We're going to kick off with GOCO. Now, I've got the Facebook page open in front of me. Paul, we spoke last year, and it was an interesting discussion because I remember that you were actually a bit nervous at that stage. You were sort of like, we're starting something, it's new. We've got no idea what's going to happen. A couple of months, nearly a year later, you're sitting in that chair again, and we're talking goat meat. How do you feel today?
The response is actually better than we anticipated. Mm-hmm. We started quickly, and then it flattened out a bit, and then from this year, February again. I don't know what changed, but it's every week we're adding a customer that wants to stock goat meat. The request we get, it's moving forward at a higher pace than we can keep up with.
Is goat meat healthier than beef?
It is healthier than beef, and it's the healthiest red meat that you can eat. It's healthier than ostrich, lamb, you name it. It is the healthiest red meat that you can eat.
Chef Phillip.
Goat meat is very high in protein, so people looking at the diet, very high in protein and very low in fat. So for people who's looking at the diet, specifically at protein intake and things like that, it is really a fantastic meat to put in their normal everyday use in their houses.
Goat meat is actually lower in calories, total fat, saturated fat, and cholesterol than lamb, pork, and beef meats. But also turkey and chicken meat. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
This makes goat meat the healthiest red meat. Even better than turkey and chicken. Paul, back to you. Now, you started off with one or two places that did your initial distribution. Not a lot, a few. And today, where are you guys with distribution?
We started off with one shop actually that gave us a chance, Woerman. And then the next week they added a shop, and we've kept on adding. And at the moment it's Woerman. Heartleaf is selling and distributing. We recently added 3 spars. There's more coming. Some butcheries that phoned us that wanted to sell it. And so far everyone that has joined to sell goat meat is still selling it. So it is selling everywhere.
You also had some negotiations going on with Heartleaf for bigger bulk, I assume, at the time, and also better distribution. What is the status right now?
They are already distributing to some other customers. I know for a fact Game is one of them, and I'm not sure who else is buying from them, but they are distributing to other parts of Namibia already. So we make sure that we see all the clients about 2-3 times a week to make sure that they don't run out and that the meat is fresh.
Yeah.
So we don't deliver, or we try not to deliver only on a Friday and that have to keep till the next Friday. We rather do 2-3 deliveries a week to make sure it's fresh and that no one runs out of meat.
Dirk, I can tell you, at Woerman Block specifically, in the one which I visit in Olympia, straight through the lockdown, phase 1 of the lockdown, GOCO and GOCO goat's meat specifically was available the whole time. You could go there any day and you will find your goat's meat there.
What is new today? How did you grow that market, that supply of goat meat, and the variety now available on the shelf?
There's a lot of shops that want to keep goat meat, but they don't have the butchery equipment to do it. So we now also do pre-packed. So you order your goat or lamb, whatever, we pre-pack it for you and we deliver it. You can just put it on your shelves.
Yeah.
And we've also added a new product that is sold under for donation, where we take goat and mutton and mix them in frozen packs, which is just more economically affordable for everyone. And it's not the afval or the cut-offs. It is still decent cuts of meat, but it's just a lot cheaper because we use B-grade goat and mutton instead of A-grade and lamb.
What about your supply chain? Because you started off with 1 or 2 farmers in the south, and I clearly remember you also said to us, look, we still have to negotiate further and more to sustain the supply chain for the future. How is that going?
There's a couple of farmers that joined already, Some had goats and now they just deliver to us, or they specifically actually buy goats to start breeding to be able to supply us. And also from the first guys that joined last year, I checked now, 14 May, actually last year, 14 May was the first delivery we made to Vermont. So it's exactly a year.
A year later.
Exactly.
So let's celebrate that one. Yes, congratulations. How did this pandemic, this time, this lockdown, the crisis in Namibia, how did it actually affect your distribution? First of all, your supply chain, your distribution, and the product on the shelf.
Actually, not at all. We had, when the lockdown started that Friday evening, 12 o'clock, that next day, that Saturday, we had some trouble with trucks being pulled off by police, saying, why are you driving? But that was resolved in 3 or 4 hours as well. And since then, nothing. We haven't felt it at all. Because it's meat, it's food, it's essential service, we could just continue as normal.
Paul, pricing. If we look at the product on the market, how competitive is it, and what is your pricing like currently?
Again, if you take it versus red meat, it is the cheapest one on the shelf. If you take A-grade quality meat,
yes,
it is the cheapest one on the shelves everywhere, where you can get it as well.
Yeah.
And also, if you want to be technical, you can go into, you don't have to eat as much goat meat to get the same nutritions as you need to eat beef, for example. You can eat a lot less, but still get the same protein and vitamin value in the portion that you eat.
Yes, yes. Philip, talk to us about the actual approach.
I think on the rib specifically, it is about slow cooking it. That rib took me probably about 3 hours, I think 3.5 hours, 4 hours, which we did the last time. But it is about slow cooking. And if you do the goat's meat is tend to be a little bit more tough than other meats. So yeah, you've got to work with it properly. And then, I marinated that one in yogurt, but you can use papaya. Papaya's got the enzymes in. You mix papaya with salt and then rub that onto your goat meat, or let your goat meat lie in it. That is absolutely perfect. And of course, then the other cooking methods, your wet cooking methods, which will tenderize a lot better.
What are the plans for expansion to get more outlets?
At the moment, we're focusing on Windhoek. We want to try and get it so that you can go to any shop in Windhoek and it is there. So we are focusing on Windhoek, but Aranos has been added now. Marienthal and Keetmans will follow soon, hopefully within the next 2 weeks. There will be a couple of shops where it's available there as well. Then we'll target the coast and the north. We've had some requests, or a lot of requests from the coast and some from the north as well. And we are busy sorting out the distribution to get it there so that we can supply the whole country, so that everyone can buy goat meat straight off the shelf.
Yeah. Do you still provide that easy to follow recipes with the meat, or if not, is it available somewhere on a website or any reference to recipes somewhere on your Facebook page?
Yeah, on our website there is a link that says, or the first one is how to cook goat meat, and then there's a link that says recipes. Follow our Facebook page, Instagram, or visit our website, and then you'll see exactly everywhere that goat meat is available now is listed.
Yep.
And we update it every week as customers are added.
There we got it. It's very easy to find. This is www.facebook.com/GOCO, GOCO meat. That's it. All the contact numbers are there, and a lot of information about the current suppliers or supply chains or outlets rather, and even pricing.
Informante Radio, the sound for a new age.